Hey guys, it's Amy. I'm here today to give you an update on how the first week of my 2-week wait has gone so far. And let me just start off by saying that this 2-week wait has been exponentially harder than my last one. And if you have watched my other videos, you know how my last frozen embryo transfer didn't turn out so well. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description below. If you haven't seen that, you can kind of get caught up and find out what happened with that first. And then it will kind of make sense when I'm comparing this 2-week wait to what happened with my last one. So anyway, it is 7 days past my 5-day transfer. I started getting really anxious pretty much right off the bat. The first day after the transfer, I was just already like, oh, I wonder what's going on. I wonder if it's implanting, blah, blah, you know, just having these thoughts and this anxiety that I didn't have the first time. Legit, the first time, I didn't even really start thinking about, you know, I wonder what's going on in there until probably day 6 or 7. So now that I've been agonizing over this for so much longer, it feels like the wait is so much longer. It feels like it's already been 2 weeks and it's only been 1 week. So I'm dying, but I wanted to tell you, you know, some symptoms I've been having. They are really minor. There's nothing significant, but I'm going to go through the list of things that I noticed since I had the transfer. So anyways, let's see. 1 day past the transfer, I didn't notice anything. I know a lot of people say that they have cramping. I was perfectly fine. I was actually on bed rest, and I felt completely normal. Nothing at all to report for that day. The second day, the only thing I noticed that was weird is that when I woke up that day, I had a headache, and I very, very rarely have headaches. You know, maybe if I like drank the night before, but clearly I didn't. So I had a headache for a while, but it went away later on, you know, after a few hours. 3 days past transfer, after I woke up and had my first meal of the day, I noticed I had like a really strong wave of nausea, which again, I have a pretty strong stomach, so nausea is very unusual for me, unless I've been drinking, which I hadn't been. So yeah, that was really weird, but it kind of went away, you know, just as soon as it started. It didn't last long at all. I didn't vomit or anything, so that was it. Day 4, nothing really. At one point, I just noticed I had like a strong cramp in my uterus area. But again, it kind of left just as soon as it started. It was really quick, but it was enough for me to definitely go like, ooh, and I noticed it. That was it. Day 5, I may have had some kind of sensitivity in my nipples, especially my left one, because with my last transfer, I noticed some of that. So I was kind of looking for it. So I don't know, maybe I was just too like, you know, expecting it to happen. So it was maybe a figment of my imagination. I don't know. It was not significant. It was not very bad. I'm not even sure if it was real. It was just very, very slight. But, you know, I thought I felt a little something because, you know, during the 2-week wait, we're symptom spotting so much. We just feel like, you know, we're just so sensitive to everything, right? And I also was super emotional that day. I mean, I'm talking like I cried all the time, like over everything that happened that day. I was feeling really, really negative. I was feeling like it didn't even implant at all, which is so weird because for my last one, I had a chemical pregnancy, so it did implant. So it wouldn't make any sense why I was even worried about that. Like, you know, neither of my embryos implanted for no reason. I was just worried about that. So weird. So I was just highly emotional, very, very anxious. I was almost depressed too. And I think maybe some of my feelings from my chemical pregnancy had kind of resurfaced or something. So, I mean, I felt like I did after I got the bad news last time. It was very strange. So I didn't sleep very well at all. And I went to bed really late. And then I actually have like a really interesting story to tell really quickly. I woke up the next morning when it was 6 days past the transfer, and I just felt such a wave of like calmness come over me, because usually when I wake up, like I don't even have my eyes open, the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh my God, like am I pregnant? What's going on? Like are they still in there? Is everything okay? And then I just start, worrying about it the whole rest of the day. But I woke up and I thought about it, but then I said, wow, like I feel like today's gonna be a better day. I just don't feel as anxious at all. I feel okay. And then some weird events happen, and I don't know how many people out there believe in people, spirits from the other side making contact with us, but ever since my husband's mother, my mother-in-law, passed away 3 years ago, I became a believer. Before then I was a skeptic, but now I'm a believer because I feel like she has made her presence known to us. She's shown her presence to us several times over the past few years since she's died, and it's like weird things that have never happened before. The biggest things that's happened is lights in the bathroom, and specifically in the bathroom upstairs, turning on in our guest bathroom. And it always seems to happen when something big is going on. For example, the day I had my egg retrieval and my eggs were fertilized, that light in the bathroom turned on all by itself. And it's like, what? We live in a brand new house, no other lights do that. And the guest room is where we keep some of her memorabilia in there. So it's just really weird that it's that bathroom, which is right off the bedroom, where the lights just magically turn on for no apparent reason. And so that has happened many times, and it freaked me out at first, but I just got used to it, and I kind of I think it's kind of special. I think it's kind of nice. And so when I woke up on the morning of 6 days past the transfer, after I had been feeling really anxious the day before, and then I woke up feeling like, wow, like I feel pretty calm. I feel like a sense of calmness has come upon me. And I rolled over, and my husband was asleep, but he woke up shortly after that, and he woke up and he looks over at me and he goes, I know you're pregnant. And I was like, okay, like, thanks for being positive. I appreciate that, Robert. Like, thanks. And he was like, you want to know why I think you're pregnant? And I was like, did you have a dream? I don't know. Sure, go ahead. And he said, because the light in our bathroom was on when I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. And I was like, the light in our bathroom was on? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, that is really weird, because that's never happened before. Like, our light just turns on all by itself. Weird. So I'm like, well, that's really weird that it would be this bathroom light instead of the other one, because the other one is what is, it's like meaningful to us. It's when we see that, we think of her. This is just very bizarre. But I mean, I still got chills. I still got like, wow, especially because I had woke up feeling so calm, and I was like, whoa, like that's really weird. Anyway, in my head, I thought to myself, now if the other bathroom light is on, like that's gonna be like really convincing. That's gonna like be really weird. So anyways, we just like lay in bed, we're on our phones for a little while, and then he finally like gets up and leaves the room. And he closes the door behind him, and about 1 second later, he comes walking right back in. And I'm like, yes? And he says, just wanted to let you know that the light in the other bathroom was on. And I was like, what? The light in both bathrooms were on right as I like am on the brink of a nervous breakdown during this 2-week wait, and I wake up feeling like strangely at peace. Are you kidding me right now? So anyways, that was really, really crazy, you guys. I mean, I know some people don't believe it, but for me, I believe it's the type of thing you believe if you actually experience it. So that was really weird and really crazy. But so that day, 6DPT, I was much more relaxed, much more calm, and I kind of did like a weird like stretch where I kind of arched my back, and then I felt like a big like pull, which resulted in like a cramp in my lower abdomen. And then I was like, oh God, what did I just do? Did I just ruin something? Did I just pull? Did I just like dislodge an embryo? Like, holy cow. And then I sat back down, and then I was having like cramping, like legitimate, like non-made up, non-fictional cramping in my stomach. And I was like, So then I got really nervous, but then I was like, okay, but you know, everybody says that cramping is good. Cramping is good. Oh my God, I have really not had much cramping at all, except for that one cramp I had a couple days ago. Holy crap. And then I had a few more, like randomly, like later on that night. So today is 7 DPT, and to be honest with you, I haven't had any symptoms, like nothing. I feel completely normal. I do not feel pregnant. I'm waiting for, you know, nausea, something. I'm not waiting for like my boobs to feel weird, but they're sore, but of course that's just from progesterone. They've been sore since even before the transfer, so you can't really count on that. I don't know, guys. I got nothing. I feel totally pregnant. Not pregnant. I feel totally not pregnant. And yeah, so what I've been doing every day is what you're really not supposed to do, but I go on every single day, you know, this day past transfer, no symptoms, and then, you know, today I did the same thing, 7 DPT, you know, no symptoms, and then you just see so many people saying, well, don't worry because I had twins and I didn't have any symptoms and I still don't have symptoms. And you know, there's so many people saying that you don't need symptoms at this early in the game to be pregnant, or even at all to be pregnant, but it's like, it doesn't like infiltrate your brain. Like you try so hard to internalize that, but it somehow like oddly just still doesn't make me feel better. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. So I'm going to probably continue to symptom spot like a crazy person until my first beta, which is coming up next week. And when that happens, I will be sure to update you on the number and all that good stuff. Hopefully I can try to relax and not have a nervous breakdown in the meantime, and let the fear get the best of me. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll update soon. Bye.